Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a Monday edition of the Steel City Sports Report, where we talk all things Steelers, Penguins, and Pirates. I am your host, Brady Vini, and today's report includes Broderick Jones now benched. Is Justin Fields starting against the Chargers? O'Neal Cruz injured, and more. Please be sure to like, comment, and share this video as well. Subscribe to the Steel City Sports Report for the latest in Pittsburgh sports news. Now, let's get into the first story of the day. Is Broderick Jones getting benched? On Sunday, the Pittsburgh Steelers were victorious in their Week 2 matchup against the Denver Broncos, beating them 13-6. Due to hot temperatures and high elevation, the Steelers were planning on rotating players in and out of the game at multiple positions. One position that was reported to see some rotation was at right tackle between first-round picks Troy Fautanu and Broderick Jones. The rookie Fautanu got the start and played the first couple of series before Jones entered the game. In his first series of the game, Jones was flagged 3 times for penalties. The third penalty on Jones, which was a holding call, negated a big completion between Justin Fields and George Pickens that would have put the Steelers in the red zone. Following the third penalty, Fautanu re-entered, and Jones was not seen much for the remainder of the game. During the post-game media scrum, Jones avoided his fault in the penalties, saying, "Defenders flop, refs throw flags. That's the end of that. Not much you can do about it, but you just gotta have next play mentality." Jones's comments, coupled with his limited play, will likely result in the first-round pick getting some time on the bench. This is merely speculation, but if head coach Mike Tomlin hates any two things, it's when players take penalties that kill drives and when players lack accountability. At the end of the day, this will probably be a positive outcome for Jones, as he has been dealing with an elbow injury dating back to the early portions of training camp. Also, if Fautanu takes the reins at right tackle, Jones will most likely move back to left tackle where he is more comfortable. Justin Fields already named starter for the home opener. Looking ahead to the Steelers' home opener next week against the Los Angeles Chargers, Steeler Nation is wondering whether quarterback Russell Wilson will be healthy enough to make a return to the field. If that is the case, it may not matter, according to Pittsburgh Steeler insider from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, Jerry Dulac. On the Steelers' KDKA kickoff show, Dulac reports that the Steelers are expecting to start Fields next weekend. As the Steelers continue to treat Wilson's calf injury with extreme caution, this is shocking, as Fields, through 2 games as Steelers starter, has only produced 1 touchdown drive and 31 total points. Through 2 games, there is still a ton of questions about the state of the Steelers' offense, and who the starter should be when Wilson is healthy. Regardless of who the starting quarterback is, the Steelers need to tighten up things offensively, especially going up against an opponent who is much tougher than their first 2. Who would you want to see start the home opener, Wilson or Fields? Let me know in the comments below. The Steelers recognize Russell Wilson. Speaking of Wilson, though he did not play against the Broncos, the Steelers still recognized Russ after the game. Wilson was handed a game ball by Coach Tomlin and his teammates following the victory against Wilson's former team. This was great to see for Russ, as the past year of his career has been difficult to say the least. In a post-game presser, Fields told the media the meeting behind Wilson getting a game ball. "I think we all know Russ kind of did dirty last year, so I know he wished he could have played today in this game, but it's awesome getting that win for him. He got a petty game ball, so yeah, it's great getting a dub for Russ." Other factors that probably played into Russell getting a game ball include him giving knowledge on any little tendencies that the Broncos may have to the team, and being a good leader while on the bench despite having a big craving to be on the field. Darnell Washington honors his brother. In the Steelers' victory over the Broncos, the only touchdown of the game was scored by second-string tight end Darnell Washington. The touchdown in question was a beautiful jump ball thrown by Fields that the big man from Georgia snagged. This was Washington's first touchdown of his career, and immediately following the score, he turned to the camera and gave a salute. Post-game, Washington explained that there was a reason behind the touchdown celebration, and that it was in honor of his brother Ezekiel, who is currently serving in the United States Marine Corps. "Yeah, so I saluted for my brother. He's serving right now in DC. So I just told him, first time, that's what I'm gonna do. So that's what I did." Washington further explained that his brother had a huge impact on his life, and it's cool to see him keep his promise. Congrats to Darnell on his first NFL touchdown. Did O'Neal Cruz re-aggravate an injury? The Pittsburgh Pirates wrapped up one of their final homestands of this season this past Sunday, defeating the Kansas City Royals 4-3 on Roberto Clemente Day. However, the win comes with a grain of salt as star center fielder O'Neal Cruz apparently left the game with an injury. In the 5th inning, Cruz slipped on the outfield grass and went down to a knee while playing a ball. However, there seemed to be no indication that Cruz was injured at the time, and he even ran the bases a short time after without any malice. At the beginning of the 7th inning, Cruz was spotted heading to the Pirates clubhouse with a trainer. This was odd to see as there was no reason to take Cruz out of the ball game, especially with him being due up second in the bottom of the 7th inning. Michael A. Taylor would then replace Cruz for the remainder of the game. After the Bucs' victory, manager Derek Shelton in his press conference gave an update on his star center fielder. He was able to run. He made a really good base running play later in the game, but it just stiffened up. We see that happen at times, and it got to the point where it just stiffened up and he didn't think he could move as efficiently as we'd want, so we just made the change. This is difficult to hear with Cruz having a major ankle injury early last season, that the effects from the injury are still lingering today. Pirates fans are hoping that Cruz's ankle is alright and that he does not miss any substantial amount of time. And finally, what Crosby wants in a new deal. On Friday, Sportsnet Canada's NHL insider Elliotte Friedman gave an update on what he is hearing in regards to contract talks between the Pittsburgh Penguins and captain Sidney Crosby. As the Penguins and Crosby look to hammer out a long-term extension, Friedman gave his thoughts on what Crosby is looking for in a new deal on his 32 Thoughts podcast. He doesn't want his contract to be a concern for the Penguins. Like it comes to a point where they might get stuck with a high cap hit or something like that. I've heard he's very aware of that and he wants to protect both the way he plays and he's very conscious of nothing he signs could be problematic cap-wise for the Penguins. If this is the case, then it should be a no-brainer for the Penguins and general manager Kyle Dubas to get something done with Crosby and get it done very, very soon. Should this report from Friedman be true, it not only shows Crosby's humility and leadership, but also his loyalty, commitment, and love for Pittsburgh and the Penguins. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That wraps up a Monday edition of the Steel City Sports Report. Again, please be sure to like, comment, and share this video, as well as subscribe to the Steel City Sports Report. And I will see you guys tomorrow with some more Pittsburgh sports news.